For today's adventure, I find myself here in Columbus, Ohio, downtown on West Broad Street, overlooking a very flooded Scioto River here. And today, we're gonna be exploring one of Columbus's coolest interactive experiences here. We're gonna be hanging out at Cosi today. All right, everybody, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm at Cosi, as I said again, and we're exploring the new exhibit. It's called Sharks, everything shark related. Last time we were here, we did the T-Rex exhibit. Today, we're exploring the shark exhibit, and I have my Jaws shirt on. There's a dry truck going by. And every few months, like 5 to 6 months out of the year, Cosi has themed exhibits. And it just so happens from April 12th to September 1st, they're having a shark exhibit. It's called To Be Great is to Be Misunderstood. It's about all things shark related. I love sharks. I've loved sharks since I was a little kid. Jaws is my favorite movie, of course. And I hear they have a giant replica of a Megalodon in here. So I'm super excited to see what this exhibit, museum, I guess if you will, is all about. So we gotta go get our tickets. We're gonna head inside and check it out. I see the ducks down there are having a fantastic time in the river here, this overly flooded river. Got a rainstorm the last couple days, and they're down there just hanging out. So every 6 months or so, Cosi has new exhibits, and starting on May 10th through September 1st, they have a Star Wars themed exhibit called Unofficial Galaxies Fan Collections in the World. And they're gonna have giant collections of Star Wars memorabilia here. We may or may not come check that out, but for now, we're gonna hang out at Cosi. So as you can see there, the Cosi sign, sharks, to be great is to be misunderstood. Follow Cosi on social media. I'm gonna wait till that shark thing pops up again. Should be here in just a second. There it is. To be great is to be misunderstood. April 12th through September 1st. Very cool. So Cosi has done some pretty cool exhibits here in the past. The first time I came here, I did the Marvel exhibit. They had all kinds of props and stuff from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That was pretty cool. And then they had the Titanic exhibit where they had a whole bunch of stuff from the wreckage that they had recovered. And then most recently, we did the T-Rex exhibit. That was pretty cool, getting to see all the skeletons and stuff like that. So now we're doing the shark exhibit. So I love sharks. I'm pretty excited to see what kind of stuff they got going on in this exhibit. And we're not just doing the shark exhibit here. We're gonna hang out here at Cosi today and just kind of wander around and see. I've never really got to explore Cosi and show you guys what Cosi is all about. So today we're gonna do a little bit of exploring after the shark exhibit. And then starting May 10th. I keep getting that mixed up. May 10th, they're doing a Star Wars themed exhibit. So we may or may not come back for that. I haven't decided yet. So we've made it to the front of the building here. Cosi, we're gonna head inside and get our tickets before stuff starts to get crazy. So right here on the front door, as you can see, they are gearing up starting May 10th, one of the largest Star Wars fan collections in the world. All right, so we have our wristbands. We're gonna explore the lobby area before we head into the shark exhibit. So Cosi is giving you a little taste of what's to come with the Unofficial Galaxies exhibit starting just in a couple days. They have a whole bunch of stuff out here in the lobby, and I'll show you guys what's going on, and maybe we'll come back. Super excited to see some shark stuff. And right here in this glass case is a whole bunch of Wookiee stuff on display, giving people a sample of what's to come with the Star Wars fan exhibit here. We got some old figures, very old vintage figures. That's crazy. I would also like to point out this huge freaking mouth right here, Megalodon mouth, on display right here in the lobby. How cool is that? That thing is massive. I like how they have little shark stickers right here on the side of the glass, right next to the pendulum area. All right, so right here is Cosi's museum store. We will make a stop on the way out and see if they have any cool shark stuff going on in there. All right, so the last time we were here, we went in these doors here and did the dinosaur exhibit. But for now, down the hallway here is the shark exhibit. You know what? Actually, I stand corrected. The dinosaur exhibit was also in the exhibit where the sharks were. The one room that we just passed is also in addition to the dinosaur area. So this is the entryway to the shark exhibit. This board here says, sharks are beautiful animals, and if you're lucky enough to see lots of them, that means you're in a healthy ocean. You should be afraid if you are in the ocean and don't see sharks. So we got some hammerheads here. What is everybody's favorite shark? Drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what your favorite shark is. This here says, sharks are a lot less dangerous than you think, and a lot more interesting. Did you know the shark attacks occur in less than 3 feet of water? That's crazy. Okay, so this is a fossil of something that I can't pronounce. Cladosalaceae. Definitely murdering that, so to speak. While the animal in front of you resembles modern sharks, it is ancient. It once swam in the shallow seas of Ohio about 370 million years ago. Amazing fossils like this one are crucial to our understanding of sharks' evolution. So, yeah, that's the fossil of that thing there. So just like the T-Rex exhibit, they have these screens set up here, and they have sharks floating around. And it's kind of eerie when you think about it, because if you stand here where I'm at, you can hear the water, but you don't see anything. And then all of a sudden you see sharks appearing like that. Oh, this is so cool. I love it. We got a screen there. We got a screen right here. And it just keeps changing to different sharks. So here's a cool little tidbit of information. It says, how old are sharks? And this says, really, really old. Sharks evolved before people, dinosaurs, and even trees. And it said they evolved about 450 million years ago. That's wild. Right here we got shark-like fishes 450 million years ago. We got carnivorous trees 300 million years ago. Dinosaurs 245 million years ago. Flowering plants 130 million years. Primates 55 million years. And humans 200,000 years. So sharks are really, really old. So this shark here is actually extinct, and it says the bulky brush on its back was flat on top like an ironing board and covered with tooth-like denticles. And that's the name of it right there. It was estimated at 2 feet long, and that's what it is. Crazy. So that shark that's at the entrance, that's the fossil, this is also another fossil. This is a different one. It says this fossil is over 350 million years old, and you kind of see the outline of it. It says pointed head with sharp replaceable teeth, so you can kind of see right there the head of it, and then lower jaw would be right about here. And then right over here it says rigid shark-like pectoral fins stuck out like airplane wings. So that's one of the fins right there, and right there as well. Powerful muscles helped chase down prey. So it's another fossil. This fossil right here is called a tooth whorl. It is 299 to 251 million years old. It says new larger teeth were added here as the animal grew. Older teeth slid forward as new teeth formed behind them. Earlier teeth did not fall out but were retained and formed a spiral. So when sharks got new teeth, the old ones just kind of whirled backwards. This board here just talks about shark skeletons, which we all know sharks are pretty much nothing but cartilage. This is the skeleton of a dogfish. So it says cartilage skeletons have a hard exterior, making them stiff enough to support muscles, but cartilage is lighter and more flexible than bone and can bend a little without breaking. This is a spiny dogfish right here. So it just gives you a little bit of insight about shark skeletons and the exterior, if you will, about a shark. It says, in addition to calcium coating, shark skeletons have hard calcified vertebrae in their spines, which help them swim faster. Huh. There's a couple fossils inside of this case here. This is an extinct chimera. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So that is what it looked like. You can kind of see right there. That's what it's supposed to be. Had a brain case, a snout with sensory canals, tooth plates, smooth skin, lacked denticles and stuff. And then we're gonna move over here to the ray. And it was 54 to 48 million years ago. Has pectoral fins, a head, gill arches, a stinger, pelvic fins. So that's really cool. And to the right is an extinct angel shark, 152 to 145 million years ago. The notch between the head and fins, pectoral fins, pelvic fins, dorsal fins, muscular tail, more like a shark's rather than a ray's. So I hope somebody called Jason Statham, because you're about to meet a Megalodon. They have a giant Megalodon on display, and this board here just kind of talks about the history of the Megalodon. It even has a Megalodon tooth right here, but it says some Megalodon teeth are 7 inches, the biggest of any shark. And it was an estimated of 50 feet long. A Megalodon newborn pup measured up to 6.5 feet, I'm sorry. But this thing, let me tell you, is massive. But it's awesome. I absolutely love it. Right here, it kind of talks about a shark called Medalodon. Yeah. So it was living 400 million years ago, had teeth like a shark, but spines like an Acanthideian. Man, I'm messing up these words. The discovery demonstrated that sharks descended from bony fish, not the other way around. So that is a picture of the fossil that was found, and this is what that shark would have looked like. Would be really weird swimming with those kind of things, right? But this board here just kind of talks about the evolution of sharks. So this board here talks about the different sharks and stingrays. Here we have the cookie cutter shark, maximum of 22 inches, and I will show the displays here, but I'm going to go over this board really quick. An Atlantic devil ray, a width of 4 feet, southern stingray, width of 5 feet, Atlantic torpedo ray. So, right there is the cookie cutter shark. As you can see, it's not very big, and they're definitely not into humans, I guess, if you will. There is the Atlantic devil ray. Over here is the southern stingray, and back there is the Atlantic torpedo ray. But this board does say sharks get a bad reputation. A handful of sharks and rays are powerful predators, but they evolved to hunt fish and marine mammals, not people. Most sharks feed on small sea creatures such as fish, shrimp, crabs, and tiny plankton. So check out that great white shark back there. The front of it looks a little bit off. The nose could be a little bit longer, I guess, if you will. This board here talks about the bonnet head shark. It is a maximum of 5 feet. The great white shark that I just showed, a maximum of 21 feet. Wow, I didn't even know that. And right here is a pelagic thresher shark. So let's see, we got a bonnet head right there. They actually have some of those over at the Columbus Zoo floating around in their aquarium. The great white shark, as I said, right there that we just talked about, which is massive. And then the thresher shark is right back there behind the bonnet head shark. And this board here talks about a frilled shark, maximum of 6.5 feet, a short fin mako, nice deep blue sea right there, maximum of 14.6 feet, a bull shark, maximum of 13 feet, and a Port Jackson shark. So starting in at number 8, the frilled shark, we have a short fin mako, which is number 9. I want to say up there at the top. Let me zoom in real quick. That thing is cool. It looks like the shark from Deep Blue Sea, because in Deep Blue Sea they were all mako sharks, practically all mako sharks. And then right there is the Port Jackson shark, and then the bull shark, one of the most dangerous sharks, the bull shark right there. And here we have the Megalodon. This thing is drawing the most attention to this specific area. People are coming by, taking pictures, and I thought I would grab a quick shot of the Megalodon while there's nobody around, but check this out. This makes me really want to watch the Meg now. This is probably the coolest thing that they have in here. I mean, we're not even halfway through this exhibit yet, but the Megalodon right here is super freaking cool. Moving right along here, this board here talks about the whale shark, and it is a maximum of 65 feet. It's one of the largest fish in the world and can filter 162,000 gallons of water per hour. That's crazy. Also, basking sharks as well. They're pretty much, it says they're the vacuum cleaners of the ocean. And then I'll show the sharks here in a second. They have on display, but I'm going to show this board right here. This says the dwarf lantern shark, a maximum of 7.9 inches. And then the American pocket shark coming in at 5.5 inches. So these 3 sharks right here, you got the whale shark. Look how long this thing is. That's awesome. See, you see this giant shark right here, right? So it's kind of funny that right next to it, I'm gonna have to zoom in because this is really hard to see, are the two sharks that I just mentioned. The dwarf shark and the American pocket shark. They're so small compared to this giant whale shark. They're just little things right there. That's great. I like it. And here we have some more sharks along the wall. Here we have a Ganges shark. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Lives in rivers with cloudy water, so be careful. Evolved to hunt using scent, electroreception, there we go, and hearing instead of vision. And it's 6.7 feet. Right next to it, we have the swell shark, a maximum of 3.6 feet, and it balloons in size by swallowing water. Weird. And then over here, we have the tiger shark, a maximum of 24.5 feet. What? I didn't know that. Can smell prey from a great distance and may map environment by scent. I know tiger sharks are pretty rough too. Over here is a yellow stingray, has a width of 14 inches, not very big. Here we have a spotted eagle ray, a width of 10.8 feet. Right here we have a smooth hammerhead, maximum length of 16.5 feet. And then a Pacific spookfish. I don't know why, but I like that name. Maximum of 5.4 feet. All right, so we're gonna go back over this again really quick, and I'm gonna show you the sharks. The Ganges shark, right there, along with the swell shark. And then we got the tiger shark right there in the back. I don't know why, but I really like tiger sharks. Down here is the yellow stingray. Oh, the other stingray is up top over there. I'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's the spotted stingray right there. And then, let's see, smooth hammerhead, which is way over there. Okay. This here is a large-toothed sawfish rostrum. So if you guys know what sawfish looks like, this is what is at the front by their nose and whatnot. The sawfish rostrum contains thousands of sensors that helps it detect prey using electroreception. So that's crazy. And right here in the center of the museum, they have a screen playing a whole bunch of different videos of different sharks. Doesn't really say much, it just shows a bunch of sharks swimming around and stuff. It's pretty cool. You can sit here and take a breather and hang out and whatnot and just watch. Yeah, it says zebra shark. So, pretty cool experience. All right, so the blue shark is on display right there at the top. Let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. So that right there is the blue shark. And then right over here to the left, this little guy over here is the cow-nose ray. And the bow-mouth guitar fish is right here in front of us. The nurse shark is right there. And the peacock stingray, number 26, right here in front of us. And the tesseled wabbagong is right here. So that is that 6. So we have a few more to go. With this board here, we have the rabbitfish. It grows at a maximum of 3.3 feet. We have a spiny dogfish, and it grows at maximum of 4 feet. An epaulette shark, grows at a maximum of 3.5 feet. So let me see, rabbitfish is right there. The spiny dogfish right there. And the epaulette shark, number 30, is right behind it, right there. And right here we have the goblin shark. It grows at a maximum of 20 feet. We got a sand tiger shark. It grows up to 10.5 feet. And we got a Greenland shark, and it grows up to 21 feet. So let me see if I can find them. Number 31, we're gonna have to move over this way. So right here we have the Greenland shark, the sand tiger shark, and the, what's the other one? The goblin shark, yeah. As much as I am against this, they do have a board here that says stuff made from sharks. And eating shark, ? Much of the fish and chips eaten in the United Kingdom comes from dogfish. A lot of the bacalao, or so-called dried cod, sold in Central America comes from endangered hammerheads, and in U.S. supermarkets, shark meat is also mislabeled as other fishes such as tuna. So this just talks about killing for oil, and other stuff that people make out of eating sharks. So this board here is really interesting. It says, disappearing all around the world, sharks are dying in massive numbers. And they have these buttons here that show you each one of how the percentage of how much they're disappearing. So of the roughly 1,200 species of sharks, rays, skates, and chimeras, what percentage is currently at risk of extinction due to human activity? This down here says 33%, 1/3 are classified as critically endangered or vulnerable, and population continues to shrink. So 33% lights that one up. This one says, how much did the number of scallop hammerhead sharks decline in the Northwest Atlantic after were targeted for use in shark fin soup? 83%. Numbers dropped. 83% fishing quotas have been introduced in an effort to save scallop hammerheads from extinction. So, all the way up to 83%. This one says, among great white sharks, how much has the population declined since 1970? Bycatch and other factors led to the drop. New laws and healthy seal populations are reversing the decline. So 70%. This one here says, how much did Australia dogfish and angel shark populations decline due to being caught as bycatch and nets intended for other fish? 99%. Getting caught in nets has left species nearly extinct. Some 50% of all sharks are killed by catch. So 99%. And the last one, after the barn door skate was fished to near extinction, how much did they recover when Canada sent the U.S. instituted legal fish limits? 100%. Legal protections help populations recover, and these skates are no longer endangered. So, 100%. So that's a nifty little interactive experience. Not interested, this board says. Sharks are not nearly as interested in people as we are in them. Only 13 species of sharks out of more than 500 have produced even 10 documented bites on people. 96 of reported shark bites end with the victim being left alone after a single bite. It says, great whites feed on seals, whales, and large fishes, but will sometimes bite a swimmer. Not surprised about that. Tiger sharks will eat almost anything, including garbage and dead animals, and sometimes will bite a surfer or a diver. bull sharks occasionally swim in turbid rivers and attack people when visibility is poor. So, yeah, those are your top 3 sharks that attack people. I'm not really all that surprised. This board's really cool. It talks about shark phobias and people being scared to go into the ocean. So, it says 1916, the year of the shark, and it talks about the New Jersey shark attack, which was a huge ordeal back in the day. This right here talks about the USS Indianapolis. We all know the situation that happened with that. And this one's really cool. It talks about Jaws, how the New Jersey shark attack was an inspiration to the movie, and that movie still holds up to this day of making people scared to go in the ocean. And then this one here talks about 1988 to present, Shark Week, and also the Sharknado movies. So a lot of things have evolved as far as pop culture. The do's and don'ts of shark bites. The do's: avoid swimming where people are fishing. Sharks are attracted to blood and injured fish. If a shark is circling you, maintain eye contact. They prefer to ambush attacks. Avoid thrashing movements. Stay as still as you can. Swim with a friend. Sharks tend to avoid groups. Avoid swimming where you see diving seabirds. If they are catching fish there, sharks could be there too. If a shark approaches you, kick or punch it in the snout, eyes, or gills. It might swim away. And the don'ts: shark bites. Don't touch a sleeping shark. Don't poke a shark with a stick or a spear. Don't chase or corner a shark to get a closer look. Don't try to help free a shark from a fish net or a hook. Don't refuse to let go of a speared or hooked fish when a shark smells it and approaches. And don't pull a hooked shark into your boat. So right next to the entrance here is a board about shark teeth. They have different types of teeth, and they have big triangular teeth like great white sharks. They have needle-like teeth, wide flattened teeth, or tiny teeth. And then we're going to take a look at some jaws that are on the wall here. In this case is the jaw of a chimera skull. So we're going to take a look at all of these one by one. We're going to start down here in this corner. This is the jaws of a sharp-nosed 7-gill shark, the jaws of a kite-fin shark, the jaws of a bow-mouthed guitarfish, the jaws of a tiger shark, and then right up here, ladies and gentlemen, the jaws of a great white shark. How cool is that? And continuing on here, we have the jaws of a zebra bullhead shark. We have the jaws of a Port Jackson shark. We have the jaws of a zebra shark. The jaws of a sandbar shark there. And to the left, the jaws of a short-fin mako shark. Shout out Deep Blue Sea. And right up here, we have the jaws of a whale shark, which are almost the same size as the great white shark jaws. So my guess is the jaws of the whale shark. The shark was probably not all that old, because the great white shark jaws are kind of almost the same size. I mean, they're not very off from each other, but I'm just really fascinated with the great white shark jaws here. Oh, I need to watch Jaws when I go home after this. This is so cool. I love it. Yeah, so this part is really cool. I like seeing all the different types of teeth and jaws on different sharks here. I'm digging the makos there, and tiger sharks. We got sandbar sharks. Yeah, and then all the little ones down here at the bottom. So I really like it. So right outside of the exhibit here, we have sharks in Ohio. Now, mind you, I can't pronounce pretty much anything having to do with 450 million years ago. So in that case, I'm just going to show you what's in the case and kind of just go over some stuff here. It says the ancestors of sharks were not only predators in Ohio seas, armored fish called placoderms were common. And it goes into something that I can't pronounce. So that is what it used to look like. And down here in the case is a casting of its jaw, and it was found in Upper Devonian, Northeast Ohio. And this back here is a head shield, and it was found near Kelly's Island. Ohio sharks. Ohio was home to many species of, can't pronounce that. This group of animals that includes sharks and rays. Some of these creatures roughly resemble body shape of modern sharks. So that's what it would have looked like. And down here in this case, I'm just gonna kind of go over. We got some teeth there found in McConnellsville. We have a spine there found in Sandusky. We have a tooth there found in New Concord, and another spine back there found in St. Clairsville. So that's crazy. So strange worlds. The Devonian Ocean was occupied by many animals that are extinct or rare today. Trilobites were extremely common and diverse, but left no living descendants. They are among the most common fossils found in Ohio. So that's what those look like. And down here in this case, we have the crinoid found in Delaware, brachiopods found near Sylvania, Ohio, trilobites found in Silica, Ohio, tabulate corals found in Columbus, and nautiloid found in Delaware. So Ohio did have connections to sharks. And right here next to the entrance, they have a glass case with actual Megalodon jaws in it. How cool is this? There's a little placard down here that says Megalodon. It was found in Venice, Florida. It has actual teeth in it. That is crazy cool. I like it. Can't imagine like being eaten by this thing. Somebody call Jason Statham. And right here on the wall across from the exhibit has different sizes of sharks painted on the wall. We've got a whale shark at 65 feet, Megalodon at 50 feet, pelagic thresher shark. Why didn't they just say thresher shark? The Pacific angelfish at 4 feet. Oh, the thresher is 14 feet. The dwarf at 8 inches, bonnet head shark at 5 feet, shortfin mako at 14 feet, and great white shark at 21 feet. So, each shark has a different color, and they go along the wall here.
For an update. Okay.
How cool is that? All right, so that was the shark exhibit here at Cosi. The new shark exhibit is here until September. Come check it out if you're in the area. And right now we're gonna head down to the other side of the building to the ocean area. I felt it's only right that we include the fun ocean part of the experience here. And this way to the ocean area, ladies and gentlemen. Check out this area. This is so cool. It's one of my favorite places to visit while I'm in here. You can go a bunch of different ways, but we're gonna go out to the main area where it shows a whole bunch of water activities, interactive activities. Look at this. This is cool. So in here they have a wave tank where you can hold this knob and create waves. Check this out. The ocean area is one of my favorite areas to visit every time I come to Cosi. And there's a fish up there spewing water into the water fountain area. And right here is a really cool little fountain. Look how the water is falling out of the fountain. Woo! They look like bubbles. Giant bubbles. It's really neat. I like how they did that. So this is really cool. It says this water jet is an example of laminar flow. Gently move the handle up and down and observe what the laminar stream can do. So it shoots water out. You can kind of see it right there. So I'm gonna try and get it up to that pot straight ahead. Just barely makes it. If I can zoom in a little bit. Nope. Yeah. Just barely. So this spot here is called balancing balls, and you got these little plastic balls here, and you gotta try and balance it on the water here. I'm gonna try. It's not gonna work, but oh, almost got it. All right, we are currently on level 2. Just made it up the stairs, and we are looking for Progress, the history of Cosi. It's a cool little area that has a theme over the years. You'll see when we get to it. It's really cool. We found another case here with more Star Wars stuff in it. Check out these little displays. That's cool. They're so little action scenes. And this is the Progress area. We're taking a step back in time. Welcome to Progress. Population 60, established 1862. It's like you're walking back in time. This is cool. It's like its own little town inside of Cosi. Colonel Corn Inn, Colonial, cigars, spirits. There's also a market here. Check this out. One of these old school registers and whatnot. Cha-ching. Got a weight thing here. Something you don't see very often. An old telephone here. That's cool. This here is a musical instrument store. We got drums, pianos, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna go in, take a look. I actually like this kind of stuff, like the olden days type stuff. Look at all this. That's cool. And I've actually never seen one of these in person. This is a Morse code. I feel like I'm on Tremors 4. And this bird up here is talking to me. Bailiwick store here. We got a hardware store. Back in 5 minutes. Fear Street, I like the name of it. Chicago. Night Sleepers. Man. We got the clock here. This looks like a banking area, maybe. Post office. We got over here. Just a... There's a switch here. Throw the switch. Nope, didn't do anything. Oh, this is like one of those old school camera looking things. That's cool. And up there we have a second floor bookstore. We're gonna go into the telephone company area. There's really not much in here. Besides a couple desks and some pictures on the walls. And down this way, we're about to step into the 50s and 60s diner areas. And we're gonna take a look inside of the None Finer Diner here. I absolutely love old school diners. I love how the floor is checkered. They have red chairs and stuff and whatnot. I need me a milkshake of sorts. There's the diner, the bar and stuff.
Look, so you would scoop stuff out here.
Look at that chocolate cake.
And you would
I need a hamburger and
pump
fries.
stuff from here.
They got
These are
the
fountains. Look,
menu here. Let's see.
yeah.
Hamburgers.
And look, these are what you would get like
Awesome.
for an ice cream sundae. If you guys still
I
have
love
like,
it.
one of these. Yeah, me too. This is
Got
their
a
cash register. They would add it
Jukebox
up.
here. All right, taking a walk through, which I would assume would probably be the 50s and 60s here. I love everything about this area. It is so cool. We got some appliances there. We got a TV. We can actually go in here and interact with all this stuff. Where's Roman Atwood when you need him? In the laundromat. Ha! It's even playing music. Cool. Do the Cosi twist. Look at all these old school stuff here. We got a department store up there and a really creepy mannequin up on the second floor. They even have a little gas station here. Check it out, Sinclair. They have a bug here. Back when gas used to be super cheap and not crazy expensive like it is now. Very cool. Back when times were simpler. And we're back at the Clock and or Bank post office area. Oh, it is a post office. It says right there on the door. And we got the telephone business right here. It's old school telephones right here. All right, we are back on level 1. That was the ocean and the progress area. We're gonna check out the gift shop and then probably head out. All right, so now we're gonna check out the shark merch that Cosi has that you can purchase here in the gift shop. This is just one of the windows right here. You get yourself a stuffed shark plushie. This is mostly like kids' toys and stuff, but I just thought I would show it because I love sharks ever since I was little, so it's really cool to see some of this stuff. And also my dad has a giant swimming pool, so I'm gonna need some new stuff for the pool this summer. And there is a giant display right here in the gift shop that has a bunch of shark merch. We got a little shark monster truck there called Animal Quest. We have a shark movable play set. Put those in the bathtub with you. I used to do it when I was little. I don't care. We have a Sharks and Other Deadly Ocean Creatures book. I had quite a few shark books growing up. And then we have some little rubber sharks here. I may or may not pick up the little great white shark here, although it is $22.99, but I'm a huge shark fan and I love Jaws, so does it like squeak? No, it does not squeak. But they have the great white shark here. And they got the whale shark. The whale shark is, how much is it? Doesn't say. I would assume it's probably $22.99, just like the great white here. We got some shark suckers here, if you will. And over on the other side, we have more shark stuff. We have a mini truck with a shark here. That's really neat. What's this? Taffy Swirl Slime, Ravenous Sharks. Oh, that's different. We have Ocean Quest, Shark Research. Very cool. And then a big bucket of sharks here. See what's inside of it. Just little coral and stuff. Sharks. Deep dive on 50 fascinating sharks. The shark deck. They're like, this opens, it must have like some kind of cards in it. Gummy sharks. Hey, put those in my adult beverages later. We have some stuffed sharks down here. We got a blue shark. We got a great white shark. And then we have a tiger shark as well. I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna show inside the gift shop area. There's a ton of like necklaces, t-shirts, stuffed animals, all kinds of stuff. I did show the dinosaur part of the gift shop in my T-Rex video that I did months ago. So yeah, I think that's gonna conclude today's video here at Cosi. All right, everybody, that is gonna conclude today's video here at Cosi, Center of Science Industries in Columbus, Ohio. Now, Cosi is open to all ages, no matter what. Everybody can come check this place out. You're never too old to be a kid again. And seeing the shark exhibit, it made me think of me when I was a little kid with my blow-up pool out in the yard playing with my big bucket of sharks. Now, the shark exhibit itself is fairly small, but it's really cool. It has a lot of cool information. I really like seeing the giant Megalodon, the whale shark, and just learning about all things shark related. So thumbs up, Cosi. You get a thumbs up for me because you guys always have the coolest exhibits. We've done the Marvel exhibit, we've done the Titanic exhibit, the T-Rex exhibit, and now the shark exhibit. We might be back for the Star Wars exhibit. I'm not sure yet. Stay tuned on that. But anywho, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Very much appreciated. And that's gonna be a wrap. And let me know down in the comment section what your favorite shark is. And also, if you enjoyed the other parts of Cosi here, the progress in the ocean area, that's just a little taste of what they have here at Cosi. There's a whole building full of other cool exhibits that they have. They have stuff on like health, they have stuff on like mechanics and space and all that stuff. So you can definitely spend a day here if you wanted to, but had to come here for the sharks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, guys. Peace out. We'll see you on the next one.